All right, welcome to One Punch Algo Academy. So this is our brand new tool. What it does, it basically projects the next 3 months, um, you know, highest amount it can go and the lowest it can go based on the net income projections on the earnings as well as the the fundamentals, financial fundamentals. And then we also have the fair value, which is a formula I came up with. I call it OPAM Fair Value. So right now, the fair value for bull, which is people, is showing $14.43. If you check Tesla, the fair value, if it is not showing somewhere here, then it should be on the bottom or something like that. So it's about $34.98. So, and then we also have stocks such as AES with the fair value of 24, but the stock is going around 30. So, what is the how to basically use this in a way that educate ourselves? So, let's go back and check bull again. Um, so you do we can basically have different time frames and it will project for the next couple of months, and normally I would suggest going with the 1 day time frame. And then, as you guys know, that TradingView does have an issue with not being able to draw the lines properly, so we have to basically do it ourselves. So you just flick this sidebar, and then you can move the area from top to bottom, and then basically this bar, it is showing the price doesn't move for left and right, but it will move. The lines will move from up and down. So go to the start of the month. Normally this is best to calculate when earning happen. So the earning month, basically here May, and then the calculation should be starting on June, not July month. So this one I'm just showing, but the way you can do for July or actually June is do a replay, and then the replay shows that it is somewhere here, and then you draw the lines, actually do a vertical line for the 3 months, and then use trend lines to draw the projection. And the way you read this first is, let me upload the instruction, is this. So scenario 1, price near red line, which is the bottom one. Let's just color it with red, and this one with green. And then you can move the normal one, but the colored one will stay as it is. Just for the sake of the video, I will shut off the indicator. All right. So now we have the information. So this is for the 3 months. The projection is showing around $14 if it is moving up with the fundamentals are looking good. If the fundamentals aren't looking good, this is what it is projecting. So fundamentals means the earnings. So let's, for an example, say the earnings on May 22 happen to be bad, then the projection for the next 3 months is going to be this side. And it says here, price near red line and net income rising. If price is in the red line and then the net income is rising, it's undervalued, and entry zone interpretation, and the action is to consider going long. And for example, maybe from here to here, that's 14%, here to here of 29, here to here, that's 64%, something like that, right? If it moves. And then price at or near green line at projected fair value, consider taking profit on those areas. And then price far above green line, anything above is overbought. Avoid new buys, so don't buy in this area and scale back if you have it. So for example, let's play this scenario. For the next 3 months, it's actually right now above the projection. It went up, even though this area is a buy zone, and then from here to here 15%, and this here to here 21%. Actually it went up 60%, which is the technically passing the 3 months projection as well. The thing is, it did had catalyst uh, from bull, and that's the reason it's moving up. So that's how to interpret the forecaster. So that's number one of the two. Number two is the fair value. So I will erase this and then talk about the fair value. All right, so now forget about this here, the lines, just focus on the fair value thing. So right now here it shows the metrics, net income for the last quarter, total assets that it owned, total debt, shares outstanding, and then OPAM Fair Value is the calculation that I came up with. So it's showing $14.43. So anything below that number, if the stock is below, so this area is actually a good area to buy in because the fair value is higher than the assets they own and all the other data for the calculation. So that's that. And then we also have all-time low versus the OPAM fair value, that is in 0.66 area, and then 52 weeks all-time low ratio is also 66. That means if it goes below these all-time lows or the 52 weeks, that's basically a direction for us to this is the current price, meaning this area ratio, fair value ratio for the current price is at $1, 1.17%. That is above all-time high. The reason I developed these three is to trade the ones that are like Tesla, which have a higher all-time, higher price value. So right now it is trading about 9 times the fair value. And if you go to NVIDIA, it is trading about 29 times the fair value, which is $5 right now. The reason, it's basically, people are thinking, oh, this is more valuable in the long term, right? That's the reason. This is kind of like the PE ratio, P value as well, but this is completely different formula. So now we have 5.79 fair value for NVIDIA, but lowest it had was 627 for the all-time low. And then the 52 weeks lowest was 18. That means probably here, if you go and see, okay, so the all-time was in this area is 23. So at that point, 52 weeks all-time low was 28. So that means below 28 is a area of 10 we can buy, and that proves here if we were to buy something on this area. Actually, we saw a couple of times the all-time the current price ratio went down. Actually, I saw 16 as well, so that's another area that we could buy in, and then it continued to go up and up since then, which is what. So this is for bigger high value stocks. If you see the coin, let's see coin here, you have $85 fair value from OPAM. The 52 weeks low is 1.67, so that means if it goes under 1.67, then it is a good time to buy in, most probably again this area here. Yeah, 1.78. So if you go to buy here, like, and then even selling up goes 2 times, it's also an option. You know, this I don't want, right? So it's stuff like that. So that's how we can trade using the fair value estimate and fair value ratios to the current price and 52-week low and all-time low. So there are a lot of other ways as well. You can basically find cheap value stocks. For an example, the AES fair value is 24, and it's every time it goes down to these areas, if we are not properly sure, we can basically let's see this area here. It is 44 all time, the 52 weeks low, but the all time low is 34. So if you were to give more time with data, we can see if there's any time we can see a 30 something. That's where a 39 was hit, which is kind of nearby. So now we do have a 52-week low again. This is the second bottom hit in this area, and you can also confirm it with the one-to-one Algo bottom hits to see if we can basically find directions on those things. So if you combine one punch algo, fair gap value, and even this the forecaster for 3 months ahead, we basically can come up with more and more educational entry points for good stocks. This is going to be a powerful tool for swing trading and finding gems, hidden gems. So let's double check a few more. The fair value of this one is $7.92. Right now it is trading, current trading ratio for fair value is 2.68, which is lower than all-time low, still a little bit higher than the 52 weeks low, but that means we can kind of create a line and figure out which is the 52 weeks low from this list, this area, and then see if it is touching again and again that area. It's kind of a good indicator that it is a good time to buy this stock. This also have the June forecast, but if we wait until August 6, which is the earnings date for this, and we can basically forecast for the August and forward for 3 months, and then this will be much more better. But just for the record, if we see here, right now it is under the forecasted trend for this month. So that means these areas are actually really good entry points, right? All these areas. So similarly, we will check few others to see if we can find anything that has good fair value. Right now, this one has 104 fair value. So that's something that we can look into. Right now, it's $21. Why we should check? Because they have a lot of asset. They have less amount of debt, and they are making money. So we need to review if they are making money every quarter and project this properly, and probably here. Let's get it here, and this is the trend. So every time it hit this area, it could reject back, and these areas are buying. These areas, touching of these areas, are buying entry level. So combine that with the projection tool. The projection tool is actually showing the really low projection. It's not a big gap, so that needs to be considered as well. If it is showing a low gap, that means it's not exciting enough. But these areas could always bounce back because the fair value is really high. Let's see a couple of others. All right, so this one has a $10.57 fair value. You go to 4 hours and then check with the trajectory. You do have high value right now for that stock, and its all-time, actually its current price is higher than the 52 weeks low. So if it comes back down to these areas, it's a good time to get back, right? So this tool allows us all to find gems and do our own analysis and project for at least 3 months ahead. So the next step for us to, basically, because trading is being really hard for us to create our own algorithms that we really want, is to basically get into like creating an app that has all this data of ours. So I don't know when it will happen, but slowly I will release tools like these, and we can later create that app that we are waiting for. But if you don't understand, just ask me questions. We can go over on a meeting to discuss how to further use this tool. Right? Thank you very much.